それでは4社目に移らさせていただきます。Wasteless Ltd VP of Global Operations トーマス・パスカリーニさんです。はい、生鮮食品小売で廃棄を減らし売上を増やす値引き最適化 AI エンジンを開発されております。はい、スタンバイ整いましたので、これでピッチに移らさせていただきます。トーマスさん、よろしくお願いします。
Hi everyone, my name is Tomas. I'm from Wasteless. So 1/3 of the food produced today is wasted. This means that billions of tons of food is ending up in the landfill every year. So when we see this problem in the supermarkets, we see that almost all of this waste is generated at the fresh categories, the perishable items, where more than 8% of all this food is never sold. So for this problem, some supermarkets have been trying to solve it by applying markdowns for up to 70% in a manual and only based on human decision way. So for this issue, we have developed an AI-powered dynamic pricing solution that allows supermarkets to price and sell products based on the expiration date. This means that consumers can choose how much to pay based on the expiration date, and the closer the product gets to the expiration date, the cheaper the price can potentially be. So how this works, basically we implement standard barcodes that are on the products using the current printing equipments of factories or stores. And we also integrate with the point of sale of any retailer so that our pricing engine can interact with the software of the supermarket and apply the right discount for each expiration date that the consumer chooses. We also communicate the discounts to consumer using different interfaces. For example, in physical stores, we use electronic shelf labels, and we also integrate with e-commerce and mobile apps. So with this, we not only reduce waste, but we also increase sales. For example, in the latest projects, we have reduced waste by more than 30% and increased sales by up to 40%. These are examples of how we implement our solution in stores, where we also give support in terms of marketing and communications to how we reach the consumers and how consumers can understand the initiative. We charge based on a fixed price per chain and per store, but we also charge a monthly fee based on the items that we are tracking on that specific store. We have different competitors, although most of them are focused on late reactions, such as donation apps. And also we see other competitors in the inventory management and analytics. We are totally different in the sense that we actually prevent this waste to occur in the first place in a total automatic and seamless way with no human interaction. Our algorithm has been applied for 4 patents, and we have been granted 2 of them in the US. We have a global team of engineers and scientists that have been working together in different analytic companies that have been acquired. And right now we are working on a implementation which will occur in the next 1 or 2 months with one of the biggest retailers in Europe after a grant that we have won through EIT Food, which is one of our partners. We also have other partners in order to accelerate our implementation in different customers, such as point of sale companies, electronic shelf companies, and scaling equipment companies. And right now we are raising $4 million to develop sales in the next 2 years and to continue improve and release our 3rd version of our big data algorithm that will improve even better the food waste. So that's pretty much it. So arigatou gozaimasu, and please let me know if you have any questions.
はい。ありがとうございました。それでは質疑応答に移らさせていただきます。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。 皆さんいかがでしょうか。小林さん、早かったね。小林さんお願いします。
Hey, Tomas, thank you very much for that presentation. I was wondering if you could do a deeper dive into the comparison between the benefits versus the cost of implementing your solution.
Yeah, so first of all, we have the economic benefit, which is basically by optimizing the discount for each expiration date, we not only are increasing revenues because of the increased sales, because otherwise you throw away the product, but you're also incentivizing consumers to purchase products, because we are understanding how consumers react to different buying patterns. And this means that at the end, our algorithm is not only minimizing waste, but also optimizing the sellout, okay? On the other hand, we also have the sustainable part, which is very important. And this means that, and lately the trend is that consumers are looking for buying products on sustainable retailers. And this is something that attracts and create more loyalty within customers. And that's why it has it's an economic factor at the end in the long term, but it's a term of how people and how consumers see the image of the store.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは鎌田さん、お願いします。
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I guess you have to integrate and customize your system with each customers according to customers' requirement. So let me ask, how much you have to integrate and customize your system for your customers?
Right. So
generally speaking.
Great, thanks for the question. So basically we have already pre-integrated with different software solutions so that we can speed up the integration in the technological way and the technological part. But then we also have our algorithm that works with, as we developed it, we can implement it as soon as possible. We don't need to take a lot of time to customize. Of course, if we can have, for example, historical data on waste and sales, our algorithm performs better, but that doesn't mean it doesn't perform well. So it's kind of like a preferred thing to do, to customize for every customer, but we have a solution that we can plug and play and be running in less than 1 month.
Less than 1 month, great. So sometimes use your kind of integration partners to deal with your customers' request. Integration partners you want to use?
We have, the thing is that the point of sale software that the retail uses is for sure we cannot change that. So we have partnered with the biggest one in the world. And then if we need to do a different implementation for a specific customer that has a point of sale we haven't implemented or integrated yet, we can do it pretty fast because our team is expert on this matter. They have worked in different point of sale companies. So for us, it's kind of day-to-day things that we do.
So last question. I look at the example of in Italy case and Spain case in your presentations. Do you have a plan to go to Japanese market?
Of course, Japan is a very attractive market because of the importance of waste and also the high level of fresh products. So for sure, it's part of also our plan in the midterm. Now in the short term, we are focusing on Europe, but yes, Japan is very attractive for us.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
はい、ありがとうございます。それで白井さんですかね。はい。
Okay, could you explain how often the price will be changed at the storefront? You know, there are different kinds of product. Some dairy product needs to be sold in a day. And then maybe a dairy product like milk can last for a few days. So how your algorithm work with those different type of products? And of course, customer behavior to it.
Great, yeah, it has a lot of variables and the magic about this is that our algorithm takes into account not only the stock level, but also how the rotation goes and the trends and also the time of the day, the time of the week. Also, even each store is different between each other. It's not the milk in one store or in the other. So we take everything into account. And that's why our algorithm works on itself in the sense that it can change every hour, every day, or every week. Nobody can know. Of course, we can also limit that in case the store prefers to avoid changing, for example, every hour. We can change that and we can limit, but the algorithm works on its own and decides on its own.
Okay, so interesting. So technology-wise, it can be it can change the price every second, but maybe store owner can limit the frequency for their preference. Is it right?
Every second is a bit too much.
Yeah.
But yes, and also another important thing is that it will never go up. So what we also limit is when it goes down, until the end of the day, it cannot go up because that will generate some issues with the customers. So maybe it goes up the next day. But yes.
Okay, understood. Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは5分間経ちましたので、質疑応答以上としたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
Thanks. ありがとう。
ありがとうございました。ウェイトレスリミテッドトーマス・パスカリーニさんでした。